What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of HQCo. Today we had Adam. He's I want to say, yeah, he's a car enthusiast, mechanic, and his story is pretty cool to see where he came from writing magazines now until pretty much being a head mechanic.
Yeah, just his
London.
stories too about
And
how
his
he
story.
had a business, lost a business,
Was homeless.
Yeah, on a roll.
Yeah, and then bounced really back, and now he's doing really good for himself.
Yeah, really cool stories. It was good. It's always like he said, the quiet people who have like the craziest
I would have
stories
never
about-
thought.
No.
Yeah,
I
every
know.
time I see Adam, it's just like, hey, what's going on, man?
He told me he had like basically had a business, lost it, went homeless, and that he was detained in Abu Dhabi. And I was like, all right, well, let's pause. So that's all this. And yeah, it was a good.
Yeah, but it was awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Like, subscribe. If you guys got any questions or any interest for coming on, just
Let us know.
let us know. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome on the Benzo Gamble Rides. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
No, I haven't counted cards.
It'll be interesting to learn, though. But, like, how much does it really help if they have, like,
Well, have you seen the
4 or
movie?
5 decks in the hand?
You've seen the movie 21? Obviously helps a lot. They get rich.
I went there. Have you
I've seen
been
that movie,
since
actually.
It's a good movie.
Redid it?
What?
Did you tell me they redid it?
They redid the casino. Yeah.
Which one?
Here.
Oh, wait, I wouldn't go there to... Unless they have, like, real tables now.
Yeah,
They have real tables.
They added real
yeah.
tables. Okay, then I
Yeah.
would go. But
And they've, even since they've had real tables, they've redone it. Hold on a second. You notice anything different in here?
Do I notice anything different?
Pop quiz. It's been a whole, 2 days.
Huh?
No.
The lights are on. Those lights are on.
I was going to say, were they not on Saturday?
No, never. They haven't been on in like 2 months.
Oh, those little, like,
Yeah. I always forget. Anyways, I thought you'd notice when you walked in.
no, I thought they were always on.
What was there, like, I was going to say something else too. Like right off the beginning.
I love how we're talking about counting cards and we're about to talk about me getting fucking detained in the Middle East like we're a bunch of fucking criminals.
Yeah, that happens so easily. Yeah. So which one's better? When did that happen in your life?
The detaining in the Middle East.
They were like the same few years.
Okay,
So like I was 19, the Abu Dhabi thing, and then I would have been like the whole stretch of like the whole like having businesses and then going homeless in the end was like maybe like fuck, how old am I? I'm 30 now, and I've been with my wife for 9 years. So I would have been like 20 to like 23. So it was like, yeah, I was figuring shit out.
I guess, yeah. So where does it even start? What were you doing there? Yeah.
Oh, okay. So like my mother used to like work overseas.
Okay.
So at that time she was working in Doha. So like I had already gone like I think like 2 or 3 times, maybe twice.
Oh, so you didn't live there though?
No, fuck.
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
I wouldn't live over there.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
anyway, so she was working in Doha at this time, and then the plan that year was like she was gonna bring me over to like be with her in Doha for like all like a week, and then we were going to Italy for a week. So then I didn't know you can't travel outside the country if your passport expires inside like 3 to 6 months.
Okay.
And it's at the discretion of the country you're going to
Yeah.
too. So like some countries don't give a shit. But anyways, so I get to the airport. I'm 19. I don't know anything, right? Like I've got my passport. I've got my check-in stuff, like whatever. I go to the counter, and the lady at the counter like looks at it funny, doesn't say a word to me, walks off to what I assume is her supervisor. And then I don't know. They have this little conversation. I see him like nod a couple times. So I'm like, hey, whatever. I don't know what's going on. I'm just here checking in. She comes back to me, gives me my passport and my boarding pass. No explanation, just says it's okay, and hands me my stuff.
Have a
Did you?
nice
And you
flight.
didn't have any idea.
Was this in Pearson?
Yeah, it's just a
So do you think she was, because she would have seen where you're going, right?
yeah,
And known the
and well,
risks
she would have seen my
that-
passport too, and she would have seen that it expired inside 3 months.
Yeah, and she would have been like, ooh, he might be
Yeah,
walking
but doesn't
into
say a
trouble.
word to me. Just, oh, it's okay. And off I go. I'm 19. I don't know any better. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
okay, cool. It's okay. Off I go. Bye. So I go through security. Obviously, everybody in security looks at the same shit. Like, they're looking at my passport, looking at the boarding pass. Nobody says like a word. Doesn't even question it at that point. No funny faces or anything. I get on the plane, whatever, business as usual, fly over to my connection in Abu Dhabi. I get through the Abu Dhabi airport, and then I get on, I go to get on the connection, like across the bay thing into Doha, and they're like, oh, we just need you to wait here for a minute. They don't tell me anything. They're just like, oh, just wait here for 1 second,
And
sir.
you've never been there before.
Well, I had flown through Abu Dhabi before.
Okay.
I don't think I had been in the city out of that. No, I had been in that city. I had been to Abu Dhabi, like explore the city at that point. So they're like, oh, you just 1 second, sir. Like, just wait here for a second. Next thing I know, fucking security comes. And they're like, we need you to come with us for a second, please, sir.
Are you like shitting yourself at this
Well,
point or not
I'm
really yet?
like, what's going on?
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, I didn't do anything. Like, oh, okay. Like, maybe I'm getting selected for like a search or some shit. I don't know. So security, takes me off. They put me in like, they let me keep my phone for some reason, but they put me in this like your standard like movie, like steel walls, table, 2 steel chairs, sit me down, take my passport away from me.
Interrogation room.
Yeah, take my passport away from me, and then they just walk off.
That's
and then for the next 8 hours, I don't really get any explanation. Suddenly, nobody speaks English anymore, right? Then they pull that crap. They're like, oh, and they're trying to like explain in this like we don't speak English.
Yeah.
So I got my phone, so I'm texting my mom and I'm texting like my dad's and whatnot. Obviously, they're freaking out now. So my dad's here in Canada, and he's like, he knows people because like he works in like municipal, so like he knows people like in the government. He's getting ready to pull all these strings like to get me out of there and get me home, right? Because like it's bad news bears when you're detained in the Middle East.
Okay, well, at what point did you start shitting bricks?
The steel room.
As soon as you're like, oh, I'm going in here.
As soon as I'm locked in the steel room, and they take my passport away. I think that was like
that's the word. Because think about it, they take your passport, and you're like, what am I going to do?
Yeah, you can't go anywhere now. You can't even go home because they don't know who you are. It's not like you're gonna be like, I promise I'm Canadian.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, keep going.
So
now you're worried.
Dad's obviously getting ready to pull all these strings. My mom takes the day off work and like books the first connector in the morning. This is like the middle of the night, right? And she's like, I'm making sure I get across okay. And I guess waiting for me.
And how far away would she be from you at that point?
Oh, it's only like 45 minutes. Like it's a quick hop once you get on the connector. Like it's because it's a commuter thing, right? Like people will just literally every day fly from Doha to Abu Dhabi for work and whatnot. So anyway, so she manages to get on like the first connector first thing in the morning, right? The first commuter flight. So then Dad kind of calms down, like, okay, well, Mom's gonna get him, whatever. So they let me out when Mom arrives. They agree to let me go into the city of Abu Dhabi. They had called, I guess, the Qatari embassy the Qatari like government people there, who had said no repeatedly, like he's not coming in, right? Because like his passport expires. Even though I have all the paperwork, I can prove like I'm only in Doha for a week, and I'm going to Rome for a week, and I'm going home. Like here's all my paperwork, I can prove it.
Yeah.
They're like, no, he's not coming in. So they let me go into Abu Dhabi to like go to like the embassies and whatnot, and try to figure something out. So I think our first stop was like the Qatari one, and it was the same answer, right? Because they call the same guy, so he's like, no, he's not coming in. So then the next time we go to the Canadian one. And the Canadians is like your standard Canadian answer. We're like, oh, it'll be like 3 weeks before we can even like begin to do anything and whatnot. And you're like, oh, this is a waste of time. Like I'm gone in 2. So what am I going to do with this? So Canada's out. So then we go to the Italian embassy, right? Because we figure if anybody's not going to care, it's the Italians, right? They're like, it's okay, come in, right? They don't care. Yeah. And at that time, I still had an Italian last name too. So we figure like, it's okay.
Yeah.
So we get to the Italian embassy, and they kind of consider it and hum and ha and whatnot, but at the end they're like, no, like he's not.
Have they been escorting you to these places?
No, like as soon as like Mom came and get me, and they're like, you can go into this city.
Yeah,
that was it. They just let me out the doors.
So what's the biggest risk that your passport expires while you're there?
I guess that's what they're worried about.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm just thinking.
But like that's even the thing. Like even if your passport for some reason expires while you're gone, you can still come home. You can't go anywhere else, but you can come home, and Canada will let you in on an expired passport. They might like give you a slap on the wrist or whatnot, but like they'll let you come home. Yeah. So I don't really know what everybody's big issue was. Maybe they think I'm just run away or whatever. But
no, it's probably Anyways, so Italians were like, no.
The Italians said no. So like, because that was we were gonna be like, oh, we'll just send him to Rome for like, I'll just be on my own for a week in Rome, and then she'll join me afterwards. She's on her holiday. The Italian said no. So she literally put me on Yas Island, which is like it's where the racetrack is, like pretty much across the street from the racetrack, what she told me was like only a 3-star hotel. It's the friggin' nicest hotel I've ever stayed in my life, right?
Yeah.
I guess the stars are relative to where you are. So
Yeah.
only 3 stars in Abu Dhabi is freaking like the Ritz here.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
So yeah, just like I basically spent the night there. You know, Mom went home right away because she's got work and whatnot. I went out for a walk. I went walking around the racetrack and like I could hear Ferraris and whatnot in it, but like at this point I'm not gonna risk walking in there to go see what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, I've had enough with security and like causing trouble, right? So I'm just like, whatever. I'm just gonna go to bed, and then I flew home the next morning, and that was
your trip.
Yeah, I'm never going back to the Middle East again now.
I wonder if you'd have an issue now because
Trying
of
to go
that.
back?
Because of that.
maybe my name is. Well, I don't even have the same name now though.
Yeah, I don't know.
My passport. I've had a new passport. I don't know if the numbers change or like how they track all that. But
Have you been to Italy since then?
Yeah, literally the following year.
Oh, nice.
I met Mom in Italy, and then we just did 2 weeks. We did like Rome and Florence and stuff. But
So you literally planned everything out and just to go there, get detained, and sent back home to Canada.
yep, pretty much.
That's insane.
Did you get any snacks or anything while they had you?
Nothing.
Of course not. Yeah,
And you spent 8 hours. In
8
there.
hours. Yeah, 8 hours in this steel.
And people were just coming in and out, in and out.
Well, occasionally, like
Yeah.
it would be like a couple of hours, like on my own. Like it wasn't like it was like every 20 minutes somebody's checking on me, right? Like they just like whenever they'd have a new piece of information, so called, or like they'd just be like making sure I'm not dead or whatever. I don't
And they
know.
never like tried to money out of you.
No,
It was like $5,000. This is all done.
yeah, right.
Whatever, right?
You would think, but yeah, no, it was literally like, yeah, nobody spoke English the whole 8 hours. And of course,
guess
when I
it's-
leave, suddenly everybody speaks English again, right? They're all like,
Yeah.
go ahead. See, it's okay.
Have a nice vacation. There's a nice restaurant over there.
Note to yourself: don't go to the Middle East if you have a passport that expires 3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I had been twice before, so like,
Didn't
probably
think
problem
twice.
free,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Crazy. And then that was like when you were 19. And then what? So that was like out of school. Like what was like?
Yeah, so that was out of school. I think I had finished college the first time. Cause I just did like a quick like electrical course, and then obviously I'm a mechanic now, so I didn't even do that. But yeah, whatever. I had finished college. It was just like go over and hang out, and it was the summer. So
And then
But yeah.
then what happened?
so then, I mean, I still don't really super enjoy it, but like I hated being a mechanic.
Yeah.
Because I was still trying to do my apprenticeship and whatnot when I was 20. So I got this big idea in my head, like, you know what, I'm gonna go work for myself. Like that's my big goal is like, you know, the nice house and like the nice car and like my own business
Yeah,
and
yeah.
whatnot. So my best friend at the time, this is where we reach into like I can't start naming names. and
Yeah,
whatnot,
yeah,
'cause I don't
whatever,
want to
yeah.
get like more trouble later on.
Yeah, of course.
So my best friend at the time, I had left London to go live in his basement, and then originally I just transferred. Like I worked at Cal Tire here, then I just transferred to the Cal Tire in Waterloo.
Okay, so Waterloo.
Yeah, so I was living in his basement, and then he's like, he was part of this this like sanctioned car meet kind of business. Like they'd set it up. It was called 519 Meets at the time.
Okay.
And it was massive. Like it would take over like entire like plazas, and like there was like security and cops. Like there was like completely sanctioned. So it wasn't like what you see now where the kids all just get like arrested. Then that shut down. He kind of took it over, called it Tuner Dynasty. And he's like, you know, hey, do you want to come help me with this? So like for like a really brief moment, I helped him with that. And then he decided he was done. So he basically just like handed me the keys to this, you know, small business kind of sort of thing.
Yeah.
And like wasn't really into the whole meat thing.
Yeah, like I was gonna like, were you in that scene? Did you go to those?
Yeah, like I
meets
had
and-
modified
yeah,
cars,
yeah,
I went
yeah,
to meets
yeah.
and whatnot, and I was like doing photography for them at the time. But at the time, I was like super interested in journalism. So I'm like, I'm gonna start my own magazine. So I did. I started my own like automotive car magazine. I literally like scrapped this meat company, used all of its contacts and like the bases of it to build this magazine. So you know, immediately I've got contacts in like manufacturers. So I'm getting like press cars and whatnot. You know, I'm going to like the Toronto Auto Show on Media Day, like with a full like press pass and everything. Like it was
Sick.
super cool. Like wearing my ID and go in when nobody else is there, right? Like it's literally only press there. So like you walk around and like you go to it on like a normal day and it's like freaking like to the
Yeah,
rafters.
yeah,
people.
yeah. That's
This was
cool,
like
yeah.
you could walk around and dance if you wanted to. Like there's room for miles because there's like you know only a couple thousand people there. So anyway, so that was doing pretty well. Like it was, you know, I made a little bit of money with it, selling ad space on the website. And, like I'd write articles and, you know, do photography. And like by the end of it, I even had like a little small team helping me. So like, you know, I had a guy that even went over like to the States to do like a grid life event and to cover that and whatnot. So that went super well. Once that kind of got off the ground, best friend came back and, he wanted a part of it. So he liked doing car meets. So we started up this, we called it Ignition, because it was Imagine Automotive magazine. And the logo of it was like two road lines for the second I in Imagine. So we called it Ignition, and I literally just changed the logo, made it the same kind of thing with the two lines in the second I in Ignition. No, it's gone now.
Really?
I've looked. I've talked about it in the past, and I've tried.
Do you have any copies?
I mean, like I've got all the Google Docs, probably like a few old articles, but like
It'd be sick to put one on the coffee table, like type of thing. Like,
well, it was never printed, right? It was all online.
okay,
It was literally all
okay.
online. So like I don't even own the website anymore. If you go to the website, it's just like this domain does not exist.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyway, so we started the Ignition thing, but we wanted it to be more like exclusive, so we did it invite only. So, it grew. I started like just like in the back, like little lot of this like shop the first time, and then it grew and grew and grew, and then eventually one of my writers actually ended up getting into a car crash and like dying. So we did this like charity meet thing to like raise money for his kid, right? Because his kid was getting ready to go to college and whatnot. So we're like, well, whatever, we'll do this memorial thing for him. We'll get this like, we'll take donations and whatnot.
Yeah.
And it was the same thing. It was the same plaza where 519 used to be, and it was like the whole thing, and we raised like thousands of dollars for his kid and whatnot. So that was doing super well. And I'm a mechanic through all this, so I hated it because like Imagine wasn't big enough for me to just like quit and go do it. Like I was only making like a couple grand like a year.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like anything enormous yet. Anyway, so best friend is like, let's start our own business then, like a store. So I was like, obviously jumped on that because I'm like, I want to work for myself and have a business, right? So we jumped on that, got the store open and whatnot. And like we did okay, made a little bit of money off the start. Obviously your overhead when you started, when you start.
Yeah, like is it like a shop or like a?
Yeah, so we were importing clothing line out of California. They had never seen Canada. We had our own clothing line. We were selling like Pilates like driving shoes.
Okay.
A couple little like car accessories like steering wheels and whatnot. And
But not like a mechanic. You weren't.
No, it was nothing to do with fixing cars. Yeah. And then we were cleaning sneakers too.
Yeah.
So it kind of did okay. But then one day I kind of looked, and I forget the specific order of things, but like at first, the initial deal was that he apparently had all this money, so he was going to fund starting it up, and then we would just like split profits a certain way as we started, and he'd like I'd pay him back like whatever until we were balanced.
Yeah.
So at first I caught him. He had actually been using my credit card to do all this. So like my credit card's maxed out. Like I've got no safety blanket now. And that wasn't the deal. So I'm texting him, like freaking out, like, what happened? And he originally like claimed like, oh, I'll pay it all back. Like, oh, it's a mistake. But then I caught him. He said he would apply for this grant from the government where like it subsidizes like $2,000 every 2 weeks or something like that. It's like subsidized wages, like for yourself, where you're starting a business, which does exist, but he never applied for it. So like there wasn't even a chance of that money ever coming in.
Yeah.
And then the final thing was I caught him bouncing checks to their business too. So like, sure, we'd make a little bit of money, but then all the NSF fees and whatnot, it was just in the black negatives all the time.
Wow.
So at this point, I'm like I've got no savings left. My credit card's maxed out. Like I've got to go get a job now.
Yeah.
So I can't live with him anymore. Obviously now at this point, like I'm still renting his basement. So like now I've got like no job, no business. Now I'm homeless because I got to leave. So yeah, basically ended up getting a job here in London. And I was seeing my like now wife at the time, but like we weren't even like dating at this point.
Yeah.
So I was just kind of ended up staying with her. Like she pretty much just took me in. And then, yeah, when I got hired here, it was literally like another 2 weeks of them waiting to hire me, and I would have lost the car too.
Crazy.
So it was like almost complete rock bottom. And then, yeah, I've been just building back ever since.
Crazy.
Wow.
How long was it? Like, how long did you guys have a store?
Maybe like 6 to 9 months.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't very long before. Like obviously you don't last very long just running on savings, right? Like not knowing you're running on savings, but here's me running on savings and not even knowing it, right? So like,
did you like it?
I mean, yeah.
At what point did you discover the shadiness was happening? Like in that 6 to 9 months period?
It was like a solid few months because like obviously as soon as I caught him, like it was a quick succession of me like finding all this stuff like right away.
I mean,
and then I'm not gonna stick around after that, right? So like off I go.
Yeah. Did it stay open at all I
don't know. I'm assuming not.
Really?
I've been back down that road and it's not even close to that store anymore. So like
crazy.
I think it's like a laundromat now or something. But
And you never heard from that dude again?
I mean, it was a few months of like, you know, I'll pay it back. I'll pay it back. You know, I've got all this money. I'll pay it back.
Yeah, but you can't. Your life goes on.
My
You
my
can't,
life
like,
goes on,
wait
and
for
obviously,
that.
like I'm broke. I can't afford a lawyer to like sue him for it. I'm too scared to do it. Like too scared to, at that age. I'm too scared to sue him for it anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I basically just had to walk away and like just get a loan to like pay all this back, and then it was like 10 years before I had paid it all back. Now.
Crazy.
Only like last year, 2 years ago, it finally like the loan's gone and paid for.
No way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you think that? Do you ever wonder, like, if he didn't come back in and it was, well, I guess if he just never, the person like that, say, never came back in, would you would you have been?
Oh yeah, I wonder it all the time because I loved the magazine, right?
Because you were at that point before he came back in, you were just doing, not just, but that was before any idea of the store.
Yeah, I was running the magazine. I was like still working as a mechanic to make ends meet, but like the idea was that like the magazine eventually would be enough.
Of course,
and I would like just be the top of this car magazine, right?
Yeah.
Like my plan was to be just like Motor Trend or like Car and Track or whatever.
Yeah.
Is there any people, like, fast forwarding to even now, like, is there any of those like sanctioned events and like or community now within cars?
There's still car meets. A lot of it now though is just like teenagers just taking over parking lots, and like the cops get called almost immediately, right?
Why don't like the organized ones exist?
I really don't know. I think just because like the whole mindset of the younger generation now has just changed, so they're just like don't even bother. And there's
I
like,
guess so, and that's really the people who are
that's
doing
what they're
it, like,
seeking.
exactly.
Yeah.
the people who are in there.
And like the whole like car scene has changed too, right? Like it's not like well done cars anymore. It's like it's just, you know, kids in clapped out Infinities with like maybe some rims on it.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah,
like
yeah.
revving the bag off of it, you know, off the red line to make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a bit was like huge. I mean, when the Fast and Furious movies came
Yeah,
out,
and that was
when
what started
just,
it, right?
like,
And then that's when people were like, they were putting money and
Money
time into their
into it,
cars
yeah.
to like actually like do them well.
Man, I remember, like, this kind of circles back to Marcel that I was talking about.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
go
yeah,
see the buddy in high school.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, we would go, he had a SRT4 Neon,
Yeah,
right?
which were sick back in the day.
Yeah, man, that thing was amazing. And like we would go and I remember I could take you to the spot, obviously, like in Windsor, and like, you know, midnight, and it's all the like late night car meet stuff. And
Yeah.
there's some like crazy stories, freaky story, like, you know, people crash and shit happens, but
All the time. Yeah.
yeah, I remember like there was a summer probably where that was what we did, and
Yeah.
like,
And I
I
think
mean,
the
he
scene-
did it all the time, but I was like, you know,
Man, it was huge. I mean, when the
It was
Fast
so
and Furious
fun, man.
movies came
Oh, yeah.
out, like I remember I was in high school, and dude, all of a sudden within a year, like high school kids, you know,
suddenly had
started
these
like
cars,
all of
they
a
were
sudden
street
had
racing
these
and
cars
whatnot.
that are like crazy,
It's
and I'm
a
like,
four,
what
right?
the hell?
Yeah, it's SRT4 Neon. It's basically just a Neon with a giant friggin' turbo. on it.
yeah, man, I could hear that. This is like, they don't make these anymore, right?
No, no, not even close. And the ones you find now are like destroyed.
But finding one like that in like mint shape would be pretty sweet
Yeah.
to see.
If you can find one. And if you did find one of those now, it'd be worth a fortune.
Yeah.
In good shape.
Right.
Oh man, that's so. I remember this is what we spent like.
Like,
There's
and
a
people
good
people
one.
used to like, even the Honda Civics, they used to like the Subarus, all those, they used to just like go nuts on.
Detained Neon SRT4.
Yeah, I wonder how. Like, yeah, that brings back
The
memories.
turbo.
I remember doing that too, what he's got in the center, like dripping out any piece of trim you could find and just like spray painting it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll open them a little bit.
Let's see how much they are.
Yeah,
I'd have to
like
find a good one, but and I think it's like the scene's kind of moved on too, because the people like, you know, are relatively our age that were doing that, standing around in parking lots now are like, we've got adult money right now, right? So
Yeah.
now we're joining groups that like you had to pay to get in, and it's like
Right.
it's cruises and like track days and whatnot. 'Cause, like,
right,
we
right,
want to
right.
drive our cars. We don't want to stand around
Yeah.
parking lots anymore.
Right.
We probably don't even have it on here.
Well, you're in Honda for starters.
yeah, but that was the whole thing, right? Parking lots and just
Yeah,
like there
it
were
was all-
cars everywhere.
Yeah, you built a
and
show
so
car and
many
you went and you,
people,
you stood
yeah.
around in parking lots.
So many people would just show up, either whether it be like motorcycles, cars,
And like literally case in point, like one of my really good friends now that I met through standing around in parking lots like this, you know, at the time he had like a pretty nice Golf. I had some, you know, 92 Honda that I had like lowered and put underglow and like bumpers and whatnot on.
Yeah.
And we were meant like standing around in parking lots, but now like he's got a Porsche GT3, I've got a Mustang.
Exactly. Yeah.
We don't stand around in parking lots anymore. We drive our cars.
Yeah. So you go to a racetrack, yeah?
Yeah, I put the car on the track.
Sick. That must be fun. I've never been to a racetrack just to like rip out the car.
It scares the shit out of my wife. She hates
Really?
it when I go. Yeah. She literally like laid down a rule to like I'm not allowed to go alone to a track. I have to go with friends.
What
only.
track do you go to?
I've done Cayuga and Grand Bend.
Okay.
I'd love to do Mosport, but it's like ridiculously expensive because I do like big races there. So
Yeah. And what do you guys do? Just like, how does it work? You just get a whole bunch of friends
Well,
and then
so
rent
pretty
out
much-
a track, or just
I mean, like, yeah, we get groups of us to go, but every track, like even like the big ones, like the big like fancy like you see on TV tracks, will have open lapping days where you pay X amount of dollars. Like it varies on the track how big it is. You just pay whatever, and then it's just open. So like you register. Cayuga, it's just flat out. You just pay. You go. You know. You get flagged in. You go do your laps however long you want. They have marshals around, and like if you're an idiot, they'll flag you and like get you off the track and whatnot.
yeah.
But Grand Bend does it where like you had to register and then you have to say what kind of like level you are, like how many track days you've done, and that puts you in like either beginner, intermediate, or expert class. So everybody on the track with you, the idea is like you know
same
the same
skill, yeah.
driving ability as you, so you're not just like running into some kid in a Honda. It's first track day, and then you're either hitting him because he's driving unpredictably or he hits you.
Yeah.
And when you take a Mustang, for example, do you wear like a helmet and shit like that, or you just
That's track
civilian
dependent too.
clothes?
So Cayuga doesn't require helmets. Grand Bend does.
Okay.
I don't like wearing helmets in cars because you can't really see, but
Right.
What
It is
about
what it
like
is.
not off? Like you go for drives and stuff like that. Like that's kind of organized in a way, right? Like
yeah, we don't speed at all.
yeah, but like there's got to be like that's what you kind of mean when it's like we drive our cars, right? Like
So what's the
Yeah,
fastest
do
you've driven it on the track?
What's faster? I've driven a car or driven my car?
Your car.
I've
and
had
then we'll get to
my
the
car
A
up to like 190. The fastest I've done is like 225, 230 or something in a Lambo.
Sick.
But yeah, and that was definitely not on a public road.
You gotta go to Germany, man. Shit.
do you like
yes.
exotic cars at all?
I mean, yeah, everybody likes exotic cars, but like, I don't know. I just
But if you had like you could pick any car, I guess. Like if you had a $500,000 budget, would you go with like just the sickest Mustang in the world, or a G4 GT, or a
so
Lambo?
I'd have my car right now built into an RTR Spec 5. So basically how it works is like, I don't know how to like, so you had to buy a base Mustang. Yeah, they'll do it with any car, but like generally you would take mine, like a V8, 5-liter, whatever one. Then RTR is a company that like, it's a standalone company, but it's like so funded by Ford at this point. It's basically a division of Ford. And then you send them your car and a check for like, I think it's like 70 grand US, and they keep it, and then they build it. Like they basically like, they'll take your car apart, they'll put like a wide body on it, they'll like supercharge it to like 700 and 800 horsepower. And then, they'll give it back to you, and it's like, it's fully like, it's not technically a Mustang anymore. They call it an RTR Spec 5. Like, they don't even call it a Ford Mustang anymore. Yeah, so that's the new one. That's the 2020.
That looks so badass.
Or 4 or whatever, but that's not even a Spec 5. That's like a Spec 3 or something, but.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like, because my thing, right, is like, I don't like being like everybody else, right? So you think performance Mustang, and everybody's like, oh yeah, Shelby or Roush or whatever else.
Yeah.
But I like to go against the grain and be like this weird little standoff, whatever. So nobody really knows what RTR is.
This says Spec 5.
That's the drift car. That's a professional drift car, but
The girl looks so badass.
Do you drift at all? Is that ever?
not intentionally.
But like not in your like you. I've never had like a drift car that you
No.
like spin or like go
No.
to drift competitions or anything like that.
No. I've definitely accelerated too hard, and I've had to catch a slide, but no, I'd rather just drive really fast.
Yeah, track days would be sick.
It's a lot
And
of
you
fun.
can pretty much take any vehicle.
Oh
you
yeah,
want.
like you can take your grandma's Buick if you wanted to. Like, it wouldn't be much fun, but do whatever you want.
That's awesome. Just get a Buick out there on a track.
Honestly, the last track day I did this year, there was a kid out there, completely stock like Chrysler 200. And we were like, we made fun of him a little bit because like there's not even lowered or whatnot. He's like rolling like left and right every corner. But at the end of the day, good for him.
Yeah.
Like getting out there, driving experience.
Exactly.
Sure,
yeah. Why not?
I think there's only one more bit.
Yeah.
I am so proud.
Crazy. So that's what it would be, eh? But did you have a bike? Did you have a bike before?
No, I don't do bikes.
Oh. For some reason, I thought you did.
No. And then yeah. So like the cool thing with the RTR too is so the dealership I work at is like a registered RTR dealer. So like we're technically allowed to build up to like spec 3. So what I'm doing is I'm piece by piece buying like one by one, putting pieces on my car, and then I'm doing like my own like DIY RTR spec 3.
Sick.
Which is why now like you'll look at my fenders. Obviously it's in storage now. I put it away like yesterday, but you look at mine next year when it's out, and on my fenders it says RTR.
Oh,
like
cool.
the trunk lid on the back
How
of the car
far
says,
are you, like, percentage-wise? Are you 50% of the way there?
not for what I want, because I want to do spec 3. My plan is in the spring I'm going to put the grill in, and then I'm like pretty much officially spec 1.
Okay.
Which is basically just like appearances and like an intake and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And then spec 3 is you supercharge it to like 850 horsepower.
Wow.
Obviously the same body I'm going to have on it. So that's my plan.
And then what's
eventually.
the biggest
That's
difference
sick.
between 3 and 5?
The wide body, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just like it's a complete like they take your fenders
Yeah.
off, cut them up, put them back on.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah, yeah.
wider car and whatnot. But
Crazy.
yeah, so
That's
the only
pretty
thing I'm
sick.
not gonna have the rear trunk lid I had to make because they wouldn't sell me that, and then the insert in the dash. When you get it like officially built by them, or it's like as an official car, it says RTR on it, and then it's signed by Von Gittin Jr., who's like the professional drifter that owns RTR. So they wouldn't sell me that, and like I was emailing them, and they were super kind of cool about it, but like in the end of the day, they did told me I wasn't special. So I told them like, look, I'm a licensed mechanic at an RTR dealer in Canada. Like, we built a couple of RTR vehicles now, so like I understand that like they're not for sale regularly, but like being what I'm doing and like where I work and whatnot, would you sell me like the trunk lid and the dash insert? And like even like I didn't ask for like a signed one or anything. It's like fine, it's like it's signed and numbered, I get it. But even like one that says RTR or whatever. And they were basically like, no, the only vehicles that can get the dash insert or the trunk lid are vehicles that are registered like as an RTR vehicle, because it has to be like it's no longer a Mustang, right? It has to be registered with RTR vehicles for their warranty.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, fine. So I
Where are they based out of?
North Carolina.
You should drive, once you're all done there, drive down there and just get like a guy to sign something in it,
Right.
And it's not the same thing, but like it's almost better.
Well, it was
It's
funny
like,
too.
it's
so-
almost just like a approval. Like,
Right.
Tell me if I need to fix anything. Like,
Yeah.
Look
I
what I
want
did.
this like
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
non-official stamp of approval by the signature. Here.
yeah.
That'd be funny.
I mean, I'm not going to have the same supercharger they put in because they only go to like 750, and I found one for like, it's a few grand less, and it goes to 850. So I'm like, why would I pay more for less power? Like if I'm going to, pay thousands of dollars for a supercharger, I'm getting 900 horsepower. Screw it.
yeah, for sure.
But so it was funny this year. I went to, it's called Woodward Dream Cruise in like Ferndale, Michigan. It's the biggest car show in the world.
Yeah.
So I had my car in Mustang Alley, and I met a guy who had a Spec 5, and obviously that's how I met him. I was like, oh, nice car,
Cool.
that's my dream
Yeah.
car. So he's talking about that. And I told him like my story of like how I'm basically building my own RTR, and like they wouldn't sell me the dash insert and whatnot.
He's like,
He was so mad. Like he was gonna walk down to the RTR booth and have words with him himself. He's like, "This is bullshit." It's like, you literally work for an RTR dealer, so it should be an official car.
Have him buy a replacement one, then buy
Just like, give me all your parts.
Yeah, even the fact that they let you go to like a 3, right? It's like you would think they would give you everything that 3 requires.
yeah.
Have, right? So it's
And you
like,
can even buy the wide body kit for a few grand. So like you could presumably like build your own unregistered car, even if you were like just Joe Blow in your own garage. You could build your own car if you wanted to, but it just wouldn't be official.
right.
Have you ever been like, I don't know, this is probably not the best question to ask. So have you ever been in any like car wrecks or anything like with any of your cars in the past?
So
or
funny
anything?
story. I rolled a Mazda 3 saving an 8-week-old puppy. It's just like,
How?
yeah, that's that look. It's like that from everybody. His name was Bentley. He was an 8-week-old. I don't even remember what he was. I think it was a Rottweiler or some shit, but he was 8 weeks old, little puppy.
Yours?
Anyways, no,
Okay.
just some farmer.
Yeah.
So I was visiting a buddy of mine from college up in Hanover.
Okay.
I was on my way home, and it was like whatever, fall and whatnot. I was cruising down the highway, cruise control, whatever else, and suddenly I see this little puppy run out into the highway, this 2-lane highway. So I don't want to hit this thing, so I swerved into the onto the shoulder. Yeah. I'm only 18, so I haven't been driving that long. I don't have that much experience. I don't really you don't have the reflex that I have now, right? So go onto the shoulder. Obviously, that screws up your car's balance and whatnot, and the back end of the car stepped out. So I slammed on the brakes, and then obviously I'm fishtailing and whatnot down the road. And then eventually I spun 180 to the other side of the highway where my tires caught the other gravel in the ditch, rolled me over onto my roof, and then I slid into the ditch on my roof and then rolled back over into the roof. And so the family obviously were outside because the puppy was outside and whatnot. And they saw this whole thing happen. So they came running out and they apparently not even supposed to, but they got me out of the car and called an ambulance and whatnot. So I'm literally sitting in their living room waiting for the ambulance to come to check me out. I met the dog.
Were you fine though?
I was fine. Yeah.
That's crazy. But so nothing since then though, on
a track or anything,
or a car that you built or valued to.
Well, you saved the puppy.
I saved a puppy. Yeah. I saved Bentley. I'm assuming it wasn't. Well, I guess I'm 12 years later, so Bentley's probably still alive.
Maybe.
There's a good chance.
As long as he's figured out.
He'd be an old boy now, but
not to go on the road anymore.
Yeah. But yeah, no. Literally, the only thing I got in that rollover was I hit my head off the glass and smashed it, so I had a cut on the side of my face. But
you were more. It's all you were all crippled, broken bones and stuff.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Damn.
Really lucky. How does you did powerlifting before though? Strongman.
Yeah.
How did that come into play? How did you decide why?
So I wanted to do bodybuilding because I was they look great and whatnot. So I'm I'm going to be a bodybuilder. So I kind of got into that. I'd only been working out just not really knowing what I'm doing in public gyms and whatnot at that point. So then I got into bodybuilding, but then I found the problem was that you would know, especially with Jade too, it's very specific and you have to be my left shoulder's a bit more, it's a bit bigger than the right one, right?
Yeah.
Asymmetrical and whatnot. But I got such a bad body dysmorphia and mental issues from doing that. And then I don't know, one day I just kind of found that I just lifting heavy shit. And then I discovered, Eddie Hall and whatnot.
Didn't you come here right when you were trying to start that, or had you already started?
It was just before my first competition. Yeah, is when I came here.
Yeah.
And here made a world of difference and whatnot. But yeah, so I just found I liked lifting heavy shit. And then I just got the weird goal in my head just before COVID. I want to leg press 1,000 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I started working for that. And it was all kinds of fun doing that and whatnot. So
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, find out heavy shit. Right. Yeah. And then I don't know, it just became this I just really, it's a bit vain, but I liked being able to tell people that I've moved X amount of pounds or whatnot. Or now watch people's faces when they're oh, what's the heaviest thing you've moved? And a 17,000 pound plane.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're you moved a plane on your own? Yeah. Or it was hilarious even just training for that that plane pull because I work at Ford, right? So I started, they couldn't even really get the weight or what it was. So originally I was I had my pickup truck in the shop and I would get every person I could find that would pile into the box and sit in the truck or whatnot. I would just pull that across the shop. And originally that was my, okay, yeah, I'm going to sign up for this event. But then I realized that a plane's a lot heavier than my truckload full of guys. So luckily we're the commercial store in London, right? So we have 12,000 pound dump trucks. So I pulled one of them up and I pulled that across the shop and that moved and whatnot. It was pretty easy to pull it, to be honest. So I would just train with dump trucks in the parking lot, and that's how I kind of got ready for it. And then we got to the event. They told us the plane was 8,000 pounds, which it was a smallish plane, and I figured, okay, whatever. This is maybe there's no engine in it or whatever, and it's just 8,000 pounds just empty. And then it came out. They're oh no, it's 12,000 pounds.
Yeah.
So at that point,
8 to 12.
Yeah.
So at that point, I'm thinking, okay, engine's in it, but those dump trucks I was pulling were 12,000 pounds. So okay, whatever. It's not that big of a deal still. And then they got figuring it out more, and they're oh no, with this engine that's in it and whatnot, it's 8,000 kilos. That's 17,000 pounds.
Wow.
So yeah, myself and Andrew Kleinhaus used to be here.
Yeah.
So he did it. I think he made it the full like 50-meter distance. I was fighting with like the tow bar thing.
Yeah.
Like that bar thing they normally hook up to like the truck that like latches the plane to the truck thing is like, it's like 200 pounds on its own. So I was actually fighting that too much, and I ran out of gas in like 25 meters. Because like it wasn't necessarily the weight of the plane, because like it's the same thing as anything, right? Once you get it moving, you break that inertia. It's not that bad. It's on wheels.
Yeah.
But it was just the up and down motion of that 200-pound thing fighting it, trying to get it moving and whatnot. It was I ran
crazy,
gas,
either
like, halfway.
nonetheless.
But yeah, still 17,000 pounds.
Yeah.
Shit. That's
So-
crazy.
So yeah, like even like showing people videos now from like me competing and whatnot, and they're like they see.
And
me
that
go
wasn't
with
that
it.
long ago. It's not like that was.
My last one was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I
So
decided
that's
I was done.
recent.
Are you still doing that, or you're?
No, I'm done.
Yeah.
I was humming and hawing because like, you know, I just take a work my ass off all the time. Right?
Do you have anything? Are you just what? Is there anything else that piques your interest as far as like training styles or anything
Like
like
kind of
that?
shifted
Like,
more back towards like bodybuilding style, but I'm not gonna say I'm gonna go compete, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
I want to be like I call it I want to be pretty.
Yeah.
So like you
Just
know,
look good.
but I just
Yeah.
get the sense that you just like if there's something you're curious about or whatever, you'll try it. Like
pretty much, yeah.
it's not like you're gonna go like you have any running aspirations or like curiosity.
When I was like 18, 19, I used to run on Sundays. My wife makes fun of me all the time. It was really like, so my Sunday ritual when I was 8, I really like sound like the biggest loser now. When I was 18, 19, my ritual, because I had my first apartment, so I would drive downtown. I would go for my morning run. I'd come back. I'd get a paper from the gas station across the street, and then I'd go upstairs and read the newspaper over fucking tea and eggs.
Yeah, that's the best.
That's
amazing.
That's at 18, really. Like, I sound like I'm 80.
That's awesome.
But yeah, you know, I guess I would say like I just try whatever piques my interest. 'Cause
And
I
there's
have
nothing that like is been kind of floating in your mind over the, like
not at the moment.
no, yeah.
But like I've got this thing like I don't want to live within limitations, right? So like I just like even like societal norms, like I just ignore them. I don't care what people think. Like if I want to do it, I'm gonna do it.
Any other like what
not?
any other like is there any like sports or anything out there that like you're
Interested in
into
trying?
or would like curious about? I say curious because like it's just the whole anything you're curious in you probably haven't done before, and then it's something that's completely new, right? Like learn it. Yeah, I don't know.
But sports wise, no. Like I've never really been into sports. Like even like the other day when I was here watching the baseball game, like, I don't give a shit about baseball.
Yeah.
It was just cool that like Toronto was going, right?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah,
I
so you don't actually follow any sports or any of that.
not really. I always like if my immediate answer people ask me that is like I don't sports.
Yeah.
But like I low key know more sports than like, cause I've had the interest. I've followed football for a bit. I followed hockey for a bit, you know. So like I know how baseball works. I know how football works and hockey works and whatnot. So like I'll get weird looks from people all the time when like I just suddenly know stuff, but like they think I don't like sports.
Yeah,
at all.
they're like, what do you mean you haven't been watching any of this?
But cars is your baby.
Cars is my thing. Yeah, I like cars. Well, no, Monday to Friday, 8 to 5. I hate cars.
It's a different mindset when it's like,
When it's mine.
yeah.
Yeah. And even like which one of mine? Like my truck's been broken for like a year and a half, and I just can't be bothered to fix it.
Do you put your Mustang away over the winter?
Yeah, I don't winter it. It doesn't even see rain. Like if I'll check the weather every single day when it's out, and if it's not going to rain, I'll drive my car to work. If it is going to rain, I drive the truck.
Really?
So yeah, it doesn't get driven
That's
in the
awesome.
rain. It doesn't get driven in the snow.
Would you ever get another Mustang?
I mean, it would depend. I don't like these new ones. I don't like them. So it would just
You
depend
go
like
old?
what it is.
You just like the old school style?
Do you like classic? Do you go back that far and like?
Yeah,
them,
so
or-
like I guess if like completely money no object, like other than the Spec 5, obviously like what I really want to do, and it's becoming actually pretty common, is people are taking like 65s to like 69s, like that like original kind of style, but they rip out the powertrain and they put my powertrain from like my car in. So like it's a 69 on the outside, but it's got like the modern 5-liter and like the Trebek 6-speed in it.
And is that like they go full like resto mod where it's all the interiors new or time correct?
It's time correct with like a few upgrades. So like, you know, you upgrade the interior a bit, like
Yeah.
maybe put in a few extra dials so you actually know what's going on in your motor and whatnot.
Yeah. So something like that would be that's
Yeah.
what you'd want.
Yeah, if I like had a house in a garage, I'd probably have some like old project sitting in there. And
Yeah. Do you ever? What about like just buying something out of the dump yard and redoing it? to a certain extent.
So
obviously,
that's
like,
actually getting really big on YouTube. There's people like on YouTube making a lot of money doing that. Like they'll buy like these wrecked like supercars that like have been written off and then rebuild them, you know, for less, like buying used parts or
I
whatnot.
watch. Who do I watch on here? Matt Armstrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome. That's
So,
it's like I could sit
Matt's-
there and watch that forever.
Matt's actually getting a little bit too outlandish for me. Like
In
when
what
he was
sense?
doing like the Porsches and the Aston Martins and the Lambos and shit, like that was kind of cool. Like, you know, obviously more than I could ever afford, but like whatever. But now he's doing like these $1 million cars, and like every part's like $100,000, and he's like, he's barely breaking even.
Yeah, but he's never like other than have you watched this one?
No, that's still sitting in my my 2-watch thing.
Look, I watch them all. Because it's good. It's honestly, to have it in the background, it's perfect. Because it's like
It's awesome.
I don't like pay attention to a lot of it.
Yeah.
Except for the intricate stuff on you know, the repairs and
that's
and everything.
Well, yeah, him and a few others. My lunch hour viewing is what I'll do.
And
But,
it's
like,
good. And then I do like pick up stuff, obviously, but nothing that you could actually probably I could really speak on. But
Yeah.
like as far as knowing what I'm saying, but
And it's like, so the thing with Matt is my best friend is a body guy. Like he does like body work like at a body repair shop. So what Matt does is actually like on mechanical stuff, he does stuff that like, sure, it works in the end, but it's like, it's done really wrong. Or like, you know, when he's doing body work, I get texts from my best friend because he watches them too. And he'll like go on these rants like, because it's really wrong. Like when he was doing the Rolls Royce, and you know, when he basically cut a car in half and then like welded it to the original car, the expensive one. That's like super illegal here in Canada. It's called clipping cars, and it's like.
But I don't think he denies that. Do you think he?
No, well, because in the UK it's not illegal. It's a whole different.
But even
bag
when
of
he's
worms.
going through his videos, he's like, you know, this is like he's aware of his.
But it gives him
doing.
away, right? So like you'd have to like be aware of the fact that like if you're gonna do it.
Yeah,
this
yeah,
way,
yeah,
like-
for sure. Yeah,
But it's not. Is it safe though? What he's doing? Like
probably mostly.
cars, for
It's
example.
that's kind of the thing, right? Because like, yeah, sure, it works in the end, but like, there's a reason it's illegal here. There's a reason
yeah.
you don't do it.
Yeah.
So like, because like, well, even like the car that like he cut in half and welded it back together again. If that car gets hit broadside,
Yeah.
it's gonna snap in half.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, yeah, sure, it's welded together really well, and you bonded everything like the way it was in the factory.
Right.
But the fact is, it's 2 cars welded together, and it's gonna snap.
Yeah, whereas like, yeah. I mean, I do like them, but yeah, some of them are just, they're crazy.
But yeah, so
Anyways, yeah. Would you ever have a?
Yeah, my body man and my best friend and I talk about it all the time, but it's just like it's the startup of it, right? Because like you'd have to, you know, you'd be buying. Obviously, you wouldn't start this big with
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Aston Martins
yeah.
and whatnot, but like you'd be buying cars and fixing them and whatnot. But then like we'd need a space to do it, and we need money to buy it and
Yeah.
whatnot, and like we need the time. And obviously, you're not going to make money from YouTube right away. 'Cause you
Yeah,
have,
yeah.
like,
No,
4 views.
no. But you could find a passion, and because essentially that's what you do all day too.
Oh, that would be the dream, honestly. Like being one of these guys, like just with my best buddy who does body work and I do the
Messing
mechanical.
around with
That'd be so
cars.
cool.
That would be
You do
awesome.
what you want when you want.
Yeah. And tape it and put it out there.
Exactly. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And then you make like 1,000,000 times what I do now. Yeah. My job.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I wonder what he started with. Probably like small
He-
cars.
so
like
he-
an Audi, a couple little.
Yeah, because he
like a
harks back to
TT
it
or
all the
something,
time.
right?
Like every video lately, he's like, "Oh, it's crazy because this is where I started." He was like, I think it was his girlfriend's like Audi TT in the parking lot of the Indian restaurant that he worked at. And that's what he started at, and that's why I liked him. Like, because I've been watching him for years, right? Like I watched him.
So this is all still.
and then it just like became crazy supercars.
I think it was a
Yeah.
little TT. Yeah, like
Yeah, 'cause he's super young in these, and this is like, yeah. So that blue M3, that's kind of when I started watching. Holy shit, 7 years already. But it was cool when he was doing like this, like, because like, you know, I could go out and buy like a clap TT if I wanted to and like fix it,
Right.
like sell it and whatnot. But
Yeah, because you can relate.
exactly,
Now that he's doing like
Now-
multi-million-dollar vehicles, it's
Exactly.
just like I can't relate anymore.
right?
If the tires are just
Like
like,
one of his most recent ones is he was looking at buying this like Bugatti
Yeah, I
Chiron
know.
Per Sport thing, and it's like a $6 million car. There's like 16 of them in the world.
But there, you would, after working on certain cars, you'd want
You'd
to
have
keep
to- I know, I
challenging
recognize that you, like,
yourself
have to
bigger,
grow.
like
Yeah.
whatever. But yeah,
Or
I
even
get
like
it.
there's another one. There's an American who's he's buddies with called Tavares,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it's like it's the same thing. Tavares was
The P1.
yeah.
and
Now he's doing the P1 and that 918. That's like
Yeah.
the only good pieces on that 918 that he's bought. It's a $2 million car, and it's like you have like a good door and like a hood, and the rest of it is burnt to the ground. And he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna fix it." I'm like, "Buddy, you'd be better off buying
watch
that.
Look at
You'd be better off just buying a brand new 918 by the time you're done." Well, not brand new. They don't make
no,
anymore,
it's
but, like,
false because he makes more money on the content.
I guess, yeah. By the time you get all your content and your whatever, but
This one, right? That's the 918.
and he bought it from Canada too. He actually like that car's from Caledon. Like it's just up the road.
Yeah.
I remember because he came and it was cold, right?
Yeah, and he's complaining, and it wasn't even cold that day. He said it was like
I know.
wasn't it like 5
It was
degrees?
like now.
Yeah, it's like it's 5 degrees here in Canada. I'm like, bro,
But this is
come in the winter.
Coming like -40.
Yeah, it's like shut up.
this is the one from the hurricane or whatever, right? That P1. This
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
And even that one was like a bit ridiculous, but it's still kind of cool because like, what he's doing with it.
Yeah. They're good.
But
I
it would be pretty
enjoy it. I
sweet.
watch his stuff. It's
It would
like,
be pretty sweet to be able to do that, though.
Yeah.
It would be a dream,
what
like
you
you
want,
said.
when you want,
Yeah.
and whatnot. Like I like working on cars.
So what did they do with these? Just resell them, or does he keep them? What does he do? What did they do?
probably a
with
bit
Matt
everything.
gives away a lot of the car. Well,
Yeah.
he's starting to keep a lot of the stuff because he's doing these crazy things. Freddie, I think he gives them
I think I don't know. He's probably got a warehouse that he has one of them cars
true. 'Cause
too,
he
right?
shows
Like,
videos and that, and it's like wall-to-wall cars just
Yeah.
like too high in the background. So I guess
again, you're
just a lot
making.
of
You
them.
don't even need to sell them at this. Obviously.
Right.
But that's the thing is like you start with cars you can make money on and get rid of, and then
but
over
but
time.
I mean, 2 million views on that one. Like, how much do you make on 2 million views? I don't even know, but
Well, over and over and over and over again too.
And that
right?
was, like,
you
4
make
years
10
ago,
videos
right?
on one car,
yeah,
and then it's like
And how long
It just
realistically?
accumulates.
How many hours realistically would it take him to do that?
I mean, it depends what he's doing. Like that P1's been 3 years now,
Yeah.
2 years. It's been a long time.
it's hard to know too because we see it as this,
Right.
right? Like
Yeah. Yeah, but you also, if you follow it from the start, then you recognize it. Like it's been years since
Yeah.
you did the first one on this series. But that 918 is going to be years and years and years, like because he's building a car from the ground up.
Yeah.
But like some of them are like it's realistically like a couple of months, a few weeks.
Yeah, and it's like, how difficult is it to get the parts?
who else do you watch?
So I do Tavares, Matt Armstrong. Actually, you can just go through my subscriptions. My phone is right here. I do Auto Alex. I really like Auto Alex.
No, I don't know that guy.
So he's another British guy. It's less. I mean, they kind of buy wrecked cars, but it's more. Alex's big thing is like buying shit boxes and just like going
See if
driving
it's
with them.
Familiar? No, I don't know this guy actually.
Yeah. So Matt Armstrong, Auto Alex, Top Dead Center, which is part of Auto Alex's kind of like little world. Stanceworks. Stanceworks, he's really nerdy. Like, he does cool stuff. Like he's building a Ferrari F40, but he's building his own like his tome tube chassis. But like he just buys metal tube and he's literally like he's bending it and cutting and welding and like making his own car. Mm-hmm. And he goes racing and stuff and same thing. But like he gets super technical into like what he's doing. So that gets super nerdy. Jack Builds It is Tavares' buddy. Same thing. Gears and Gasoline I got into when they did their Mustang. Drive Tribe is Richard Hammond's.
Oh yeah, okay.
He does that now, and then I watched James Mage's channel. James Mage doesn't do anything with cars anymore, but
Nice.
yeah.
What else?
Well, you should just like start doing it yourself.
Yes, right.
Goes, yeah. I mean, why not? Just take a small little puny car and start there.
Well, the other thing too, though, is like it's where you are. So like in the States, parts are super cheap, but like the thing here in Canada, we don't have part suppliers here in Canada. We buy everything out of the States.
Yeah.
So you're paying for shipping and you're paying like the duties and like the conversion and whatnot. So by the time you're done here in Canada, like
to justify
it's so expensive.
Yeah.
Wow.
What else we got? What else? Yeah, do you watch much TV shows or series or anything like that?
I mean, yeah. I just started Peaky Blinders just because random interest. I keep seeing it on Instagram Reels and whatnot.
I finished Diplomat. Did you watch that? Oh no, you haven't watched that. It's one you didn't know.
No, I didn't know the
You ever seen
Black Rabbit.
Rabbit?
Yeah, I got actually 2 episodes left.
You
You
watched
listen to any podcasts other than
this one?
I actually like just subscribed to this one like 3 days ago.
It's all good. It's funny because it's a joke. I get it.
Yeah, I listen to like the F1 podcast. But that one, I only listen to the one on a race week. I don't like the recap ones because like
Do you follow the F1?
Oh, like every race. Like I'm
Every race. See, there you go.
I'm subscribed to F1 TV. So like literally, I will set alarms on Fridays. My alarm goes off while I'm at work, and I log into the work laptop, put my Bluetooth speaker on, and I will watch both practice sessions on a Friday, like while I'm working. And like the buddy who works on my one side is also super into F1, so he'll like go over, like look at it and whatnot, check.
Nice.
And then I'll watch all sessions on Saturdays. I'll watch the race on Sunday every single week.
Sick.
Is there one every weekend?
I think
more or less this year because now there's 24 races.
Okay, so it's
So it runs
couple
like
a month or something. At
like
least.
testing is in like February, March, early March, and then it runs until like just before Christmas now.
Oh yeah.
So like there's a lot of there's a lot of weeks where it'll be every single week, or sometimes it's like a week, and then there's summer break in the middle. But
Is there only one in Canada?
Montreal.
yeah, it's Montreal now, and then there's like 3 in the States now.
There's the Texas one, I believe, or Houston.
So yeah, Texas, yeah, it's Houston, Miami, and Vegas.
And Vegas.
Have you been
yeah.
to one in Montreal or any others?
I've been to testing / practice session in Bahrain, actually.
Oh, that's random.
That's pretty
Sweet.
Yeah.
I've been to the Abu Dhabi one.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been to the Abu Dhabi one in practice was a long time ago, when Nico Rosberg was with Lewis Hamilton.
Okay, so not
I
2021. I figured it was going to be like the big 2021 one.
No, it was when he won, when Nico won that year. So, and then he left,
Yeah.
right? So it was, I don't know what year that was.
Don't look at me.
It was a ways back.
Yeah,
He
it
left
was,
because of Lewis,
it was
too.
when that song was out where everybody fucking standing still and shit.
No clue.
That song where everybody's standing
Yeah,
still.
because they were like doing that. It's a song and everybody was
standing
like
still?
frozen and shit. It's
oh my
those
God,
little,
what's
like,
it called?
I don't know what he's talking
Mannequin challenge.
I think it was the mannequin challenge.
But
yeah,
there's no song that goes along.
yeah, it
with
was. It was like a
I don't
huge
know.
Well, there was
song.
that time when like there was just a billion challenges that just went on. Like it started with like ice bucket or some shit, but then I got stupid with like the Tide Pod.
Yeah,
and
it's
the
that
cinnamon
one though
on
that
it.
you're talking about. It's those two rappers, those little brothers.
So
or
we're gonna
whatever.
look it up.
Hey, what?
That year. So whatever
Yeah.
that year was famous, that's the year that I went. It was crazy. Abu Dhabi's sick.
yeah.
Yeah,
So that's a sick race.
I've been to the racetrack. I
It
had the full on.
It was nighttime by then, right? 'Cause They used,
Yeah, it
they
was
used to do that one during the
Late
day.
Yeah.
2016.
Race
That's
Murder.
it.
There you go. And Gucci, bro. Black Beatles. Yeah, no, that was
Where
sick.
are you reading that?
Right up there, bro. Like the videos where you
Oh,
see
yeah,
the
by
song
Race
Black
Gucci
Beatles
Mane,
by
yeah, but-
Race Murder and Gucci Mane.
Yeah, but I listened to. Are you gonna? What are you typing me? Send me. Oh. Yeah, to end there for a second. I was like, where are we going with this, buddy?
Yeah, no, but it's sweet. I mean, definitely something that was the last race of the season too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it
I don't know.
was-
My thing with like going to races though is like you're in the stands and like yeah, sure, it's like the environment and like the vibe and whatnot.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you watch 20 cars go by, and then like
Like I went to the racetrack, like
Yeah.
when they were like going to like the pits, like
yeah, you
on-
did the track walk and everything.
Yeah, I did the track walk
Yeah.
and the whole thing.
So like
It
that's
was-
all super cool. But then like when you're watching the races, like 20
Right,
cars
it's
go
just
by, and
bing,
you're sitting there and you're like
bing,
waiting for like a minute.
It's
And then they
crazy
go by,
to
yeah.
like see them fly by though.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane, especially when they start, like when they're all like behind each other, and then once they start pulling and like one after the other just shows up. It's like, but when they come like a snake, it's
Yeah.
insane.
You're a F1 expert.
I used to be like really into it, but not anymore.
Well,
I
it's
can't-
Drive to Survive came out on Netflix, and then it like super exploded.
Yeah,
And
no, I was into that way before, and
Before
into
it was
F1
cool.
before it was like cool,
Yeah, right.
straight up. Yeah, I mean, I remember when Max came into the league and started racing. Mad Max, like he's insane. He couldn't even drive legally on the road, and he was driving F1. It's nuts,
That's Antonelli now. He just got his driving license.
right? Yeah.
And that's the thing, like, right? So, like, let's imagine this driving instructor doing his test. This guy's already professional Formula 1 driver. And they're like, yeah, I'm going to test you on
You're
how
like,
you
why
drive.
don't you come
Yeah.
with me and on bike track and I'll show you. a thing
Or even
two.
this year when Max went to the Nürburgring for that, like, GP3 race
Yeah.
in, like, that sports car.
Yeah.
So to do that, the day before, he had to go around the Nürburgring with a track instructor. Imagine being that guy, like, this 4-time F1 world champion. He's, like, the best driver in the world. Yeah, I'm going to teach you how to drive around the Nürburgring.
Yeah.
Like, he probably
Who's-
just sat there. And he's
Who's
like,
your
"You know what?"
favorite driver?
So I don't do drivers anymore. Ever since Raikkonen retired, I don't.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, like, you buy all the memorabilia from that team and whatnot, but then the driver switches teams.
Yeah.
Like my wife's got that, where she super likes Carlos Sainz, or she bought all this Ferrari crap. Now he's at Williams. So she's like, I don't want to buy blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I
what
don't even
about
know who's winning right now. Who's at the top right now?
Orlando took the lead last weekend.
Okay.
what about like not VR necessarily, but sim, like driving sims?
So in the winter, I don't even know if I'm going to do it this year, but in the winter, I actually joined a sim racing like beer league.
Oh, cool.
So like it's full, like, you know, we meet every Wednesday, and like you have to, over the course of the week, like, you know what track we're going to, how many laps it's going to be, so on and so forth. So like we'll all like build and tune cars, because it's a sim game, right? So like you make sure your car can make it on fuel, and you don't have to get stop for tires 18 million times. And
So
like,
do you have a setup at home and stuff that you use?
I use controller now, just because I'm lazy. So I used to have like the whole wheel and pedal that I would race them with and whatnot, but I'm like the setting it up, and then you're sitting there driving for like 2 hours, right? So like, I don't know, I'd rather just, at the end of the day, like, I've just been working all day, right? I'd rather have my
Jump
feet up
on
the
and
couch
play
just,
something if you
chill,
want,
right?
yeah.
But
It's crazy though, because the Gran Turismo, how they got those kids and all of a sudden build a whole race team around like kids for like gaming.
and that's becoming huge.
That's
if, like,
nuts.
if you're good enough, and like Forza's doing the same thing. They have like literally like these challenges, and if you're the top of the challenge all 4 weeks or whatever, they put you in a car.
Well, it's
so wild.
Where was there a show on that?
What was
Where
the
did I
movie?
watch
The
on?
Gran Turismo movie.
Yeah, the Gran Turismo movie was about that. That's a real story. Like,
I thought I watched a documentary on it too. Maybe it doesn't matter. Yeah, the movie.
I think it was the same guy. I think the movie, and that there was a documentary, but it's the same, like, because he was like the first one, right? Like, and nobody believed him. They're like, there's no way you're gonna come from a video game and like be able to race.
I gotta
a car.
watch that movie.
His parents are like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, and everybody doubted him, and now like he's still racing cars.
Yeah, and all of a sudden he's sitting in like a multi-million-dollar like car, just driving,
Yeah,
ripping it.
so yeah, like you watch that Gran Turismo, that's a real story. Like Jan exists, and like he actually got pulled out of like racing because the games are so realistic now,
Crazy.
with the physics and whatnot. But anyway, yeah, so I'll do a sim racing league, you know, with these guys, and it's like full like a normal race system, right? Like there's a point system where depending on where you finish, and like you make sure your car can do it and it's quick enough and whatnot. But
are you into like NASCAR, any of that?
not anymore. NASCAR's changed too much. Okay. So like when I was a kid and it was like 2004 and it was like the peak of like NASCAR, I was super into it, right? But like
it's just like, they just drive around. What about those rally cars? Like those rally guys that are just like ripping.
I don't watch it, but those guys are insane.
Those guys are nuts. One guy is navigating.
I'm talking.
him,
I thought I was talking about the. Yeah, you're talking about the car rally.
Yeah, the car rally. Where
Like,
literally
what's
one
his
guy
name?
is. Two of them. I don't know their name or whatever. One guy is driving. The guy's
guy. Wow, Block.
Mustang.
Ken
Did
Block.
he ever actually do? I think he did a couple rallies.
Yeah, I think so. I thought that was his like whole
I think he
thing
started
in the
in a
beginning.
rally,
Yeah.
But then like he got Jim Connor going, and then that was the end of his rallying career. But like,
I swear that was like
and his daughter's racing now, and she's actually not that bad.
Yeah,
But yeah, these guys-
that thing is like next level. Those guys are wild.
Right. And like, what kills me too is that like the navigator does not look up.
No,
He's feeling it through his, like, he's just looking down reading.
Yeah.
He feels the whole thing through his ass.
Yeah, and he's
And,
like,
the
you got to
driver-
turn right, left, whatever, right?
The driver's pretty much not even looking where he's going because they're going too fast. Right? He's literally going off what this guy
What
says.
this guy say? Literally.
Like, imagine the trust you'd have to have in a guy.
And the roads are so narrow.
Yeah, there's like
You
barely
don't
wide
see
enough
anything.
for a car.
Yeah.
There's crowd. Well, they're not really. They changed the crowd rule now, but they used to be like just right, like on
Right
the edge of the
along,
road. The
people
crowd
are
was there,
literally
and there's
standing
trees
right
and
there,
animals.
yeah.
And I guess he did do rallying.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Those things, I watched a couple of those. It's insane. Even the cockpit, like when they have the camera showing the cockpit, what's going on.
I don't know if this is him.
Yeah, and those guys.
Yeah,
This looks like it's
Yo, where are you gonna go, man?
Please, this is a
okay. Oh,
video. Now it's just me up. What?
This is
they give him distances and stuff.
yeah.
like
It's literally distances. The
like,
corner,
look at his scribble pad, dude. It's just literally
Yeah.
just scribble down.
and that's your course. He just knows.
Why be?
And then it's a number and the severity of the corner.
Yeah.
What after? Right, no plus law.
crazy.
And like that road's not so bad. You can kind of see where you're going, but like when it's like
When you're like
forest
trees,
and grass,
and like
Oh, that's very small. Quite good.
Crazy.
Yeah, no,
At one point, I tried to get into racing cars at one point too, because it was the Aston Martin GT3 team. They put out this thing, and they actually wanted to get someone. It was just before the sim thing. They wanted to get like an amateur in the car, so they put out this thing like, oh, apply and like, what your interest is and whatnot. So I applied to it. I was Aston Martin's in England and whatnot. I applied to it, and they actually like over email interviewed me and whatnot, and like they wanted me to, come over and like drive the car and stuff. But it came down to, before you can come, we need your resume. Like they called it a CV, but like we need your resume, and then we need a copy of your racing license. And I'm like, okay, you wanted amateurs, so whatever. And we've already come this far. So I sent in my resume, but I looked into getting like what a racing license was in Canada. In Canada at that time, to get a racing license, you had to be already signed to a race team.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how do you get signed to a race team without
racing
having a racing
license.
license?
Yeah.
So whatever, it didn't end up happening. But like, I don't know. I tried to.
Do you think they still do that? Just invite amateurs?
Probably they just
the
put
sim
them on
thing
the
now.
sim.
Yeah.
And pull off the sim. And they just put them in cars, see what you can do, and it's like,
Finish top 10, you got a spot.
Just keep crushing the sim, man. Crushing the sim.
right, get a wheel back and just like,
Start.
I'm not even that quick. Like my quickest times at Grand Bend and Cayuga. I mean, I have the wrong car for it, but like my times are abysmal at those tracks.
Yeah.
But
Well,
Where-
it's a whole nother.
I wonder what the records are on those tracks. Do you know the records?
it's near on like a minute or something.
I wouldn't even know what that.
And like what vehicle will be?
Oh, I think it's actually it's like a Civic or something, because those tracks are like super tight and technical, so you need something light and nimble.
Like a SRT.
Like the SR24, yeah. Because like my first track day, I went with my buddy that has a GT3, and I get out, I'm all excited because I did like a 130 in my car, and I asked him, "Is that bad?" And he just kind of like looked at me and he's like, "Yeah," because he was just putting down like 119s, 118s in his Porsche. So like, I don't know, like Mustangs aren't meant really for corners.
Yeah, of
but-
course.
And like even like on my Instagram, I have videos up of me going around the track at Cayuga and Grand Bend, and like the whole time I'm getting like passed by like Civics and like BRZs and shit, because like that's what those tracks are meant for, right? It's light and nimble,
Yeah, the
not like
complete
a billion
opposite,
horsepower.
yeah.
Like I'll pass them all in the straight, the two straights that they have, and then like you get into the corners and like, all right, fuck
Yeah.
that.
just try and stay on
Yeah.
track. Nice.
cool.
What else we got? Anything?
You got any questions for us? No?
No,
No.
All right.
Well, I'd be curious if you actually do that league, the sim league.
yeah.
That'd be cool to like.
I mean, I've done it in the past few years, but
Oh, have you?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's up there. Like it gets streamed every Wednesday and whatnot. Like he streams the whole thing.
How many
Oh, no
people are
way.
in it?
20
20.
usually. Well, like 24 register, but then like it's a beer league, right? So the guys like either don't show up or they'll sign up and then not even show up for a single race and whatnot. But
And where's it at? Where's it held at?
it's online.
Oh,
It's
just
usually in your
online.
living
I
room.
guess
that's why I
you're
switched to
just at home.
controller, right? Because
Yeah.
I'm in my living room on a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be in no sim or whatnot.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
feet up.
for sure. Nice. Well, thanks for coming. That was good.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
That's
that was awesome,
hilarious.
Adam.
It's
Just
funny.
great
You
talking.
just never know what some people. have
Everybody's
been
got
through.
stories, right?
Yeah. It'd be really cool. Too bad. I wonder if it'd be like, or even if you had a cover, send me like a PDF cover.
Of like
The magazine.
Magazine.
I don't even know if I have anything of it
Oh, look.
anymore.
You didn't want it so bad.
No, I'd put it up as like, I'd do it. I'd put like, I mean, would it have a cover?
I mean, not really. Like I've got pictures I've taken and whatnot with like that would have the logo on it.
I'm just thinking so much of like a traditional magazine, I guess. I'm too literal.
Yeah, you're thinking print.
Yeah.
It was never like
But even, yeah.
Like
I
even
get what
like
you're saying, yeah.
yeah, like if you went to like the Car and Track website, it was basically like it looks like that. Like every article has like
Yeah.
a photo,
I'm thinking
but it's
too
just a
literal.
photo that a photographer's taken. It's not like necessarily a cover photo
Yeah,
or whatnot.
yeah.
And like I don't know, I've thought about getting it back into it now that I would have time to do it again. That's why I shut it down, right? 'Cause like I was homeless and trying to get my life back
Yeah.
together, so I didn't have time for that crap.
Of
anymore.
course, yeah.
Just 'cause
You
all
should
the,
go back into it. Why not?
well, that's the thing, right? So nowadays nobody reads anymore. Now you got to be a YouTuber,
Well, that's just it. Yeah.
right? Like when was the last time you went online and you read a news article
Yeah.
on a website, right? Like you're watching videos now.
Yeah, for
nobody
sure.
reads.
And that'd be fun to do.
We'll start a
ultimately,
YouTube
right?
channel analyzing vehicles.
Whatever.
like, I
you
don't
got to
know,
find out what you like. It's like the first time you
I like
guys.
to write, right? That's why I did it. I like to write. Like I was
Yeah.
decent at photography and I had an interest in it, but like I liked writing.
Yeah.
So now, I don't know, I get my kicks out of writing really good Google reviews. So
Something will come up.
Yeah.
Something will come up. Cool. Well, thanks for coming.
yeah.
Thank you.
Until next time. Thanks for listening. See ya.